of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That's caught by the tight end, Herb Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Cousins gives way to Cook. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've had the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, Winston. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to pull them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball. On
play action, Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in for long distance. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Cousins now. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 2nd down, Cook. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
1st down, here's Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And I don't think he got there. He did not. A yard shy. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, that's a good goal attempt for me.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Cousins out to his left. That is caught by Thielen. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Cousins again. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And then they'll try to pile on. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free. It's 3rd down. Right where they set him down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he is into the end So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Cousins will try and throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they've gotten 2 for 2.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Winston. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well, Za'Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Cousins on first down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 43. First down, Vikings. Again, it's Cousins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 3rd and long for Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. Oh, the spin. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Looking long for Thomas. This is intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Cousins. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Got an open man finding Jefferson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw, Cousins. And he's taken down here by the Saints. David Onyemata picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Throwing is Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Touchdown! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Winston. That one complete downfield to Thomas. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. 20, 10, 5, and that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And the Saints hands team. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
To throw again on second down, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikingsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game.
There he goes, right side. The 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, 32, listen.
Up the middle, it's Cook. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just...
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On the first snap, here's Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Ready, set.
First carry now for Chase Edmonds. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes it at the 7. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tough on 3rd down and 9. We'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the turnover, it's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
On the set.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. Having brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one, that is showing it.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Throwing. Mayfield into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first step.
That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown Panthers. From 19 yards away. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ultra.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Mayfield on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Caught, it's Wilson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a Dolphins first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa on the screen. This is Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did. Good. I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Laviska Shenault, 84 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team, because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they will go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he's got it inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Chase Edmonds from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Dolphins 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Following the interception, Mayfield steps away. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. He's got Anderson right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite the lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Mayfield on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. 3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
This is Anderson over the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Laviska Shenault. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Hey, I'm on the line.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Tua going to hand this to Gaskin. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He's going to go up top again. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. 20! Touchdown, Carolina! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. Trucks over him. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And cycle. Ready?
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Dolphins 1st down.
Tua now on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Gaskin. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. When you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tua going to try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. And now this makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
First down, Mayfield. That pass complete to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Fourth down, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Running the counter with Mostert. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Tua finding his old Alabama teammate, Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do in the 2-point conversion.
Tua to throw. That's caught. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The kick by Sanders is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's It's a huge kick there. Gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final. They're going to get out of here with a victory.
Mayfield. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
One last shot for Mayfield here. That'll be caught by Anderson. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Interesting finish to this one.